We don't have any donations.
So, how do I get this to do all chats?
Well, we're doing it on here.
I know, but they should be shown up here.
That's managing moderators.
We should be okay there.
Yeah. So you haven't gone live yet?
I thought I had.
Well, then we need to go back to where you were.
Easy to do.
If we're live and we're not on there, that's not.
We're live. Yep.
I don't see us live on here.
Do a refresh.
I am.
We're going to be live any moment.
No, we're not.
Oh, this is the one you did. So it's still, it thinks it's live.
Well, we don't have any way to see it until
We think we're live. We made it. We're only an hour late, but that happens.
Yeah, it's not showing anything.
Okay, well.
So we can't see their comments.
Yeah, that bothers me that we can't.
How does it know we're live?
Well,
live chat. It should say we should see people in there.
Yeah, this is, yeah. Huh.
If I can't see us live, nobody else can they? Hello, Jim.
It's me saying hello anyway. So.
All right. Do you need to stop it and start it again?
This is what we've done every time and it's worked. So.
It's not working today.
It's not working today. So it always shows up right here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well.
Sorry, guys. Oh, there we go. Oh, my goodness.
See? Oh,
whoo! Look at all those people that are there just thinking we're so silly.
Faith. We are live.
I'm so sorry, guys. Someday we'll get this.
Well, it should be showing here, but it's not. Well, so,
okay.
That's the way it goes.
Hattie's Attic, Dolly, Jennifer, Janet, Weaver. What are you doing?
I didn't do anything.
Oh. Katie Black Market, Janet, okay, see you. Yeah, you're all going, you're live. We're going, we don't see anything. Hi, Megan and Brenda. Okay, I think I got everyone. Yay. All right, well, we're only an hour late, but here we are.
We made it safe and sound.
We did. I took over driving the last half hour.
Chickens are all put to bed.
Yep.
Everybody's happy and safe.
Yeah. Don't go away when your chickens can get eaten up. That's the bad thing, before dark.
Yeah. We made it.
We made it. So, okay. Whew. Hey, Ethan and Sarah are on here. From 180 degrees from average.
Aha.
So, we must have something to say.
We do.
All right. Talk on.
Talk on.
They always say I interrupt, so you just go ahead and I'll just keep my mouth shut.
I go ahead and, okay. We've learned a little bit about goats today while we were traveling. Rita did some chatting, both with the person who is gifting us the goats and with Rose from Wholesome Roots.
Yep.
And a lot of suggestions on what to be asking from Rose. But what we've also learned is
it's winter, which is
winter.
A really good time to take goats, we found out.
Yeah. Parasites aren't the problem as bad. When it gets as cold as it's been getting.
When it freezes.
It's been getting down below freezing.
They don't exist.
So it stops the parasites.
We're like, cool.
And what is done by many goat keepers is to, what did she call it? It's like the...
Winter pasture.
Winter pasture?
It's a winter...
I thought you used a different word. Winter something. So
you were hearing it. I was just saying it, so I don't remember.
Yeah. Anyway, they don't need to be going from paddock to paddock during the winter. Now, we may do a little bit of that on the nicer days, but we were working toward getting that set up, which means acquiring things that we don't have, and a little bit challenging. But all we really have to do is set up the corrals the corral that's attached to the barn where they're going to be staying. Get the fence there set so they can't go under it or through it. It's definitely high enough they can't go over it. And the gates get them sturdied up so they can't go under them and over them and through them and stuff. And they'll have a place to be.
Will we still get a dairy goat? Aren't these all dairy goats?
Okay, I've got to admit my ignorance here. I mean, once they have their babies,
we will have 5 goats with milk.
They'll be producing milk at that time.
Maybe she meant a cow. Yes, she meant, did we still get the dairy cow?
You know, we were having that discussion today.
Just a few moments ago.
And we're saying with 5 goats to milk, adding a cow, do we need it? And, you know, the answer is going to come when we see how these goats do. If we get, of course, they don't typically milk for as long as a cow would, I think, right? Because they're going to be...
They only, she only breeds them 1 time a year.
Okay. And they could do it twice if we wanted to push it. So it's going to depend on a couple of things. With 5 goats and then the beef cows we're going to have, from a pasture consideration, is we don't know the capacity of our pasture. So to get more animals than it can support is not a good choice. And we want to build it up to where it can handle more, but for right now we're not sure what its capability is. So we don't want to overdo it. So you have to be careful about that.
So I'm going to answer some of the questions. First of all, hello, Christine. Yes, we are dressed for the occasion. No, we're not. We were just dressed up when we went. And so Katie says that they turn all their girls are in a stall, and they turn them out into 1 pen for the winter. And that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Rose told us to bring in brush for them to eat.
Which we have plenty. We'll go harvest the brush, bring it to them.
I do have a question for any goat owners out there, and Rose wasn't completely sure. Black walnuts is harmful to so many things. Is it dangerous for goats to eat? Because we want to make sure we do not put those. Let's
be specific. We have branches from the black walnuts. We also have the hulls that are on the black walnuts, and then the black walnuts.
Well, we're not going to have them eat the walnuts.
Well, if we let them out there, they're going to eat them.
Oh yeah.
So it's a good question. So, but that's something we definitely need to understand. So, if there's anybody who knows, who's had experience with exposing.
Yeah, and the breeds that we're getting are heavy milkers. So
yeah.
So Missouri has a really lenient milk selling law. You can even distribute it. You cannot sell it retail. Like, we go get cow's milk right now,
and it's got to be sold to the end user. It's got to be sold to the consumer. It can't be sold to anybody.
Correct. And they have to know it in advance. So
which is retail, I understand, but I wanted to clarify it. It couldn't pass through somebody else's hands.
Right. Every week we go and pick up our milk and pay her for it, and write down for the next week what we want. So she has to have the order in advance.
And this is with cows. We think maybe goats are a little different than that, but that's an easy one if they're having to order ahead.
Raw milk. So anyway, we're going to have a lot. So we'll have a refrigerator in our store.
Yep. And the beginning of our store.
So that'll be good. Let's see. Yes, they are toxic. Okay.
Now, they are toxic, meaning the branches, meaning the hulls, meaning the walnut itself, or all of it. I guess that's kind of clarification I'm seeking. Because I'm under the impression it's mostly the hull that goes around, that green, black stuff that gets around the walnut itself is the biggest part of the problem.
We had Saanen goats in Utah. We loved their milk. One of these, because the owner she wasn't the one that bred them, the person that's staying at her house did, she doesn't know exactly who the fathers are, so the fathers are either an Alpine, a Saanen, or a Toggenburg. So, those are the fathers.
It's kind of like rolling the dice.
Katie says that they milk 365 days plus.
Oh, so
wait. There's only 365 days in a year. Then you start over with one again.
So once you get them wet, if you don't dry them out, then they'll just keep.
Is that what you're saying, Katie?
Yeah.
So, but I mean,
many people dry them out before they get them pregnant.
Okay, so the grandma, they don't want to get pregnant next year.
They want to give her a rest.
They didn't want grandma to get pregnant this year, and I have no idea how old grandma is. It's not because she's old that they call her that. Shall we tell them?
She's got a lot of progeny.
You guys, she has quads. She has
Consistently.
quads every time. I'm like, are you kidding me? She goes, and you have to pull them. I'm like, are you kidding me? Kidding me. So then she told us tonight that she has 2 friends who will be at our beck and call to help us once they go into labor. So that was good to know.
Once they're ready to kid.
Yep. So that is very good to know.
That's a bit comforting. So.
Let's see. Where am I behind? I'm behind. Can't even use the shavings from the walnuts. So nothing with the walnuts.
Okay.
We'll be fine in modified.
Which means when we are...
Oh, wait. Now, Katie says black walnuts will be fine in modification.
Moderation.
Moderation. I shouldn't be the moderator. Okay. Well, there's Little Creek Homestead. Little Creek Homestead and I were having a conversation all the way, not all the way, but
part of the way home.
Part of the way home tonight, because a lot of people have joined my Facebook, and they always are
and
like...
And she's still learning Facebook.
And she sent me a message, a hi message, a long time ago, and I kept having this little thing.
Long time ago is in August.
Well, I was like, there's still one showing that isn't erasing, so I just went down, and it was August, and so I found her, and we had a conversation, and her name is Vicky, and she lives about 60. I don't know where she lives. How far? I thought she lived up close. She lives down below on the other side of Springfield. So, anyway, we will visit.
Yes.
Let's see. What is the potential amount of milk per day per doe? On our salmon, we got a quart each time.
You know,
half a gallon a day. I know, you guys. That's a lot of milk.
Yeah, well, in this case, we're really sharing with the kids a bunch.
Oh yeah,
And so once we see how much milk we're having, I mean, we're seriously considering.
Don't get mad at us for what we're going to say right now. We're trying to be sustainable. Okay, go ahead.
Well, with the goats, if they are producing a large amount of milk, it would make good sense to use that milk in feeding a pig. So.
Oh, that's not what I thought you were going to say. Okay. Yes.
So.
Yes, we're probably going to get American guinea hogs.
It's a great protein source, and it would be very helpful. And the guinea hogs
will prepare our gardens.
They'll do a better job of preparing the gardens. They're exceptional grazers from everything we've heard. We need to do a bit more research, but that's one of the possible uses of the milk. Definitely, it's something that the chickens would enjoy having. They love milk, especially if we let it clabber and that type of thing. So
okay, so Ron, and I assume this must be Kier, she wants to know if we will both have the privilege of milking the girls.
Well, last time we didn't. Just one of us milked them.
I milked them some. I milked the cow a lot. Hey. Okay, so this is what I was going to say about, we know we're homesteaders, but we're trying to be sustainable. I was watching a video just recently when Justin Rhodes got his new cow, and Art from Art and Bree was over there, and Justin was milking the cow, and he said to Art, do your hands ever get so that they don't hurt and they're not tired? And Art said, no. Well, we're not using our hands for this whole thing. So we are using, last time we had a nice little battery operated one that went onto their teats, and it went directly with the lid sealed into the jar. So it was completely sanitary too. We just can't do it.
Well, I'm thinking 5 goats, if it gets to the point I'm having to do...
I wake up with claws.
If I have to do a significant amount of milking at all of them with everything else that I'm doing, I'm not built up yet so that it comes easy. And from what I hear, it doesn't come easy. So gonna
Okay.
help out with mechanization.
I gotta catch up.
Oh, you're way behind.
Leap year is 366 days instead of the 365.
It's true.
Okay. So let me just go back. I was wondering if it was like a gallon a piece. I don't think so.
You know, I
think
guess
it's a
it could
half
happen. I mean, we're sharing with the kids. That's what we were doing when we were milking ours, and we were getting like a quart plus quite often. So, yeah, it could be that much.
So, Katie, when you say you don't have to dry off, I know they don't dry off cows when they're pregnant until just the very end. Do you not dry off your goats? She always has dried off her goats when she's bred them, and I didn't know that you had to do that. So I think when we breed them the next time, we'll breed part of them in the spring and part of them in the fall, and that way we will always be in milk. Tell me what you think of that idea.
Yeah, I don't know. It makes sense to me.
Were you able to determine what the goats died from? You know, I think it was parasites because they don't rotate.
Yeah, they don't rotate the pasture, and all of them that died were in the same pasture. So, you know, strong evidence that it's parasites. I mean, that's typical. Parasites are a big problem, and they weren't being managed
Holy
closely.
goat. Holy goat.
Yeah.
That was to the quads.
So that's a big deal, and those of you who have watched very many YouTube channels know that parasites are typically the big problem that people have. And so we're planning to take every possible precaution we can to avoid the parasite problems, to deal with the parasite problems, both from a preventive as well as, well, all of it preventive, many different ways of preventing. But we need to learn more about what to do when they do show up, because they will show up.
Trish is on here.
I mean, goats carry parasites, period. It's going to happen. So it's there. It's part of what they do. You just, when it's the abundance of parasites that it becomes a problem.
Okay, so Megan has hit the nail on the head.
Which Megan is this?
With creating essence.
Okay.
So 5 pregnant goats, one of which gives quads, means by spring you may have 13 goats. Yeah, sounds like a good income, huh? We're not keeping them all, guys.
Yeah.
I'm smart enough to not keep them all. So.
Yeah, there could be that many here for a while. Absolutely.
Yeah. Marianne says, I had a goat I milked for 3 years straight. She never got pregnant after that. Okay.
So she was happy being milked. She didn't need to go through that baby thing again.
Lots of cheese. That's the thing I'm so excited about. We love the cheese. I am taking a course right now from Deborah Neiman. If you do not know who Deborah Neiman is, do I have her book right here? Let me just
I'm not
see.
sure.
I think I had it in the car.
Didn't bring it in?
I don't.
She is one of the original speakers at the
Mother Earth News
Fairs. She's
a goat lady.
She's been with them almost since, I think, from their first year of doing the fairs.
Yeah.
And she talks about goats, taking care of goats.
Anyway, I am taking a course from her that I bought right after Justin Rhodes lost all of his sheep, and we had gone to Illinois to visit Deborah, and she took us and showed us her goats, and she had a course on parasites in goats and how to treat them naturally and the right way and do everything. And I just pulled that out, dusted it off of my computer.
Electronic dust.
Electronic dust. And started taking that, and I've already learned a ton. So I'm just going to keep doing that, and then I can help educate everybody else.
There you go.
Because that will help. You should try Berkshire pigs. Tell me about Berkshire pigs, Janet. The reason that first of all, we don't need any pork right now. We have 2 humongous pigs in our freezer. And I haven't had a kitchen to cook very much of it.
We've had some.
Yes, we have. The reason that we're looking at the American guinea hogs is because they're little. And
yeah, they top out when they're processed at
about
around 125. So
yeah.
A lot less to deal with. It's less meat, yes. But as far as handling of them, it's a lot easier. Plus, they're great as far as the lard that they produce, which is something else we want to make use of.
Okay, so Dolly wants to know if we are going to butcher a pig, a cow, chickens, and turkey. I am not butchering a cow.
Not in the same week.
No, I am not butchering a cow.
No, we'll take the cow to the process.
The place where we are getting the cows from, he has a place that he has them processed. We've had the meat before because he's given us some of it. It's great. I am not butchering a cow on this property.
No, it's going to be shared. He'll take it in, and we'll just pay for our portion.
We do butcher pigs, chickens, and turkeys. Yes.
Yeah.
Male goats? Nope. Thanks.
Those are the ones that died. 5 of the 7 that died were males.
All of them.
So.
All the males died, which is sad. So maybe a milking machine. Yes, that's what we're saying. We're getting some kind of a milking machine. Maybe we'll do a crowdfunder to earn a good one.
Well, we're gonna have to investigate and find. You know, I've looked at a few and looked at their ratings, and you know how when you see people's reviews, that some are good, some people love it, some people hate it. So it gets kind of hard to. From their descriptions, the ones who hate it, typically from their description you think, I don't think you understood how to use it. But I don't know.
So Katie, you have an 11-year-old goat and you still milk it? I have so much to learn about goats.
Oh, honey, yeah,
This is amazing.
You keep them healthy, they can live a long time.
These goats are lucky to have found us. Yeah, we're all going to learn together. We are very excited that she thought of us. I did have a weak moment this afternoon where I was like, what the heck are we doing?
Well, it came about as we were looking at our schedule and the things that we want to do and that we need to do.
We have a major, major, major conflict.
The timing is not good. Although what she's suggesting is they believe the goats are going to be due around the 10th. Which is might fit if they come early.
We're supposed to be there 3 days later.
I know, but
in Oregon, with our grandkids for his baptism. Oh boy! Anyway. So we're going to see if that can get moved. Let's see. I did.
Can
once
you induce goats?
I was a labor and delivery nurse, so. I did once for sheep. Now I don't need to for years. I don't know what. I lost the context of what that one was. Oh, bye Christine from a long time ago. She said she had to go.
Okay. You're so far behind.
I am so far behind. You can send some my way for waiting so long to talk to you. Do you want a goat? Actually, these goats were very expensive goats because she offered to sell me one earlier and I was like, nope. And so when she goes, I want to give you my goats. And then I said, and she goes, I just don't want to lose anymore. And I'm like, great, no pressure there. And then she said, no, you'll do your best. How are Missouri laws for making your own cheese and raw goat's milk for sale? I think we covered that we can sell it.
We didn't address the cheese.
I just barely looked
We need to get answers on the cheese. It's going to be similar to the milk, I'm sure.
We can sell it directly to the consumer.
Or they can come here and pick it up.
We can deliver it to them or they can come here and pick it up. So that's great news.
We're going to confirm that is true for the cheese, but that's our suspicions.
Right are you going to butcher any of your male goats, bucks, or withers? I would have to like goat meat to do that, and I don't. I have had it. I don't like it. Right?
Right.
Okay.
So good chance.
No.
We'll find. No. We'll be looking for somebody who does like goat, and
Trish thinks he'll be amazing. I'm so glad. We will be with all the support. It's just like, I think one of the first comments I got today was like, well, now you're tied to your house morning and night. What are you going to do now? And I'm like, well, that wasn't so nice.
I think we're going to kid share, though.
We are
as much as we can.
But we're also selling them, so.
Once they're sold, the kid share stops.
Yeah.
We either dry them out or we milk.
With sheep, there's a very vulnerable time around lambing for parasites. Is that the same with goats and kidding? I will find that out. I will definitely find that out. They're very... we have a friend who raises baby doll sheep, and that's what I was headed towards getting, but She said she didn't have any trouble with parasites until her mom brought goats onto the property. But we're feeling very good about this. I called Rose today. Just a second, let me catch up.
Yeah, get caught up.
I believe that it is the same. Yeah, I have heard Rose talk about the herbs right before kidding. Okay, and Rose gave us a ton of herbs told us what. I have to go. Emma needs place. Go. Okay, bye, Trish. I'm probably late on that one too. My other comment had to do with worming. This is a great active chat. Oh. She has dewormed them just recently, just this last week, and we got.
Not sure what she uses.
We do have some of the herbal things to do, and everything we do is going to be herbal and natural. And I'm following Rose. I was on the phone with her this afternoon. So
she was bringing her 21 goats in from the rain.
Yeah. Ask Rose how badly Sammy wants goats. Okay. Those are fantastic raw product laws. Yes, that's one of the reasons we're here. We checked out the laws for the cottage industry here. It's amazing.
We hope it continues, doesn't change. We don't want it to change.
Our plan, and I know we're busy, but our plan is to make our garage, which is a totally enclosed, beautiful garage, into an industrial kitchen so that we can make cheese and do our elderberries and do all of that stuff and have it be legal no matter what.
Yeah, that's the intention. In fact, it would be great to have it be big enough and well put together enough that we could offer to rent it to selected people if they needed to do some kind of industrial kitchen kind of process, and we can make it available that way. So that's our vision.
Janet is answering about the Berkshire pigs. Berkshires are known for their quality meat production, and the pork is prized for its juiciness, flavor, and tenderness. There's a farmer by me who raises them, and it's very good.
You know,
where do you live, Janet?
You know what I'm hearing? There are many different
Go ahead.
Pig breeds that are loved for something about their meat, about the flavor, about whatever. And I think we need to do a different pig every time. And if we find one that we say, wow, this is top of the charts, then we can go back to it. Otherwise, let's just try all the new ones. Because there are a bunch of them that are good.
So Willow Creek does say that, yes, the parasite load is high after kidding. And hello to Cedar Bridge Farms from Alabama. Let's see. Good night, Janet. Have to go. And creating essence. I love the dreams and the ambitions that you all have. So excited to watch you. Thank you very much. Hello from West Virginia, from Benny. And Janet is in Northwest Pennsylvania. Okay. Northwest. Oh, not far from where we moved from.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Overwhelming for you, but overwhelmingly fun for us.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing this journey on top of
I don't think we would live life any other way.
You know, we were driving home today and I said, hon, why do we always live so busy? But what would we give up? I'm not going to give up YouTube now because they're our family. We're not going to give up
there's Rose.
Bonnie Berry from Nova Scotia. And Rose is on. Rose, we've been talking all about you.
It's all good, Rose. Nothing bad.
Rose is in the house. Thank you, Dolly. Anyway, so we can't think of anything to give up, so we just keep adding.
Well, we're trying to make it blend together. I mean, like I said, we want a cow, but if we find that from a pasture quantity standpoint we can't support a cow, then no, we're not going to get a cow to put out there. We got to be smart about it. But when somebody gifts you 5 goats and that fits into our plans of what we want to accomplish in producing food and using what we have here in the way of resources, wow, yeah, you can't do better than that. You know, that's the right price. And unless it turns into only a big problem, but it sounds like it's not going to be a problem. It's going to be a huge benefit to us in many ways. So
yes, Dolly, baby steps are wise. This is, you know, when you used to play Mother May I when you were a kid, this is a giant step.
Well, yes and no. Now, if we consider this a baby step, just imagine what a giant step would be. So it's all a matter of perspective.
We didn't buy a herd of cows.
No, we did not. We did not.
Oh, yeah, we are getting 4 cows here tomorrow.
That's a pretty small herd.
Okay, so Katie says that she uses Riplamine and Molly's Herbal, and Rose told me about that for the dewormer before and after the kidding. And Rose, just to catch you up, we were talking about if, like sheep, goats have a heavier parasite load just before they birth, and Trish said yes, and Katie said yes. So after kidding for 1 week, as well as supplemental for Molly's for increased milk. Okay, so I will definitely get some of that. So I'm catching up. Rose, tell Rinda how much Sammy wants goats. I think we're going to need to find somebody who wants a goat over there. Yeah. Rose, do you have any sheep experience? Do you think that they are essentially the same as goats? Not completely, but no, I mean, they don't, let's see, sheep browse goats browse and sheep don't, right?
Yeah, Donnie, nothing is free. Nothing is free. But, more than anything else, this is a favor for our friend. I mean, she's kind of beside herself. She loves these goats. She wants them to be well taken care of, and so it's a bit of a favor. So we're kind of taking a bigger step than we'd like to take, and no, it's not going to be free. We've got to feed them. We've got to keep them medicated properly and cared for, and so on and so forth.
Rose gave away 5 goats recently. Did you do it to the same person? Let's see. Don't burn ourselves out. That said, we are looking for someone to come to be with us on the homestead.
I mean, that's not a surprise, and we're still working on that.
But we're not. We've kind of changed. We're not want them to come and do the market garden. We know there's someone out there that's been communicating with us that just wants to be back on a farm and has a lot of animal experience, and they would work. We're going to see if they can work outside of the farm and live here and help us. That not here, but
Anyway, we're
some
exploring
of the things that we're working for, because we definitely need help, and we want to keep things so that we don't burn out.
If we weren't needing to do the refurbishing on this house, we'd have a lot more time for these other things that we're doing. I think it's really the combination. In our entire life, we have both been inclined to have a lot going on. So it's not unfamiliar so our burnout level
is pretty high.
And admittedly, in some of the jobs we've had in the past, we've approached it. So trust us, we understand what burnout is, and we understand the signs that lead up to it.
And we've both been burnout. Right,
and we're smart enough to back off. We're not so prideful or so stupid that we would keep on going when we're going to burn ourselves out. If we see that we've shouldered more than we should shoulder, we're going to start jettisoning things if we have to. I mean, we have turned our life totally upside down at least, well, one time for sure, but really twice, where we totally made drastic changes to put ourselves back where we needed to be. So, sometimes you find yourself on a path towards burnout and you're stuck. And we've done that before, and we have found ways to work that out. Right now, we are where we are, doing what we want to do. If we need to change it, we can change it fairly rapidly. So no, we're not going to burn out. We're not going to let that happen. We're going to love what we're doing. We're going to enjoy ourselves. And that's the whole idea. Can I just say one thing?
Wow!
I've said a couple of things. I want to say one more.
Go.
You've probably heard this before. If you haven't, then maybe you'll like it. When you're finally dead and gone, on your gravestone, there's going to be some information, but there's one set of information that's on every headstone, and it's the date you were born and the date that you died. And between those two, there's a dash. Right now, we're involved in that dash, and we are going to dash until the very end, and we're going to skid into the end to a stop. That's how we're going to live our life, and that's how we get the most out of it.
Wow. That's why I love him. Okay, so I want to go back and say that Wholesome Roots said she has certification in small ruminant, including sheep. Ryan works at a 200-plus sheep dairy for 4 years and worked with them for 6 years at a garden with some other animals. Let me catch up here. Katie says check out our good friend Crystal at Blue Cactus Dairy Farm on YouTube. Okay.
Oh,
Ethan says Sarah and I almost bought 50 boar goats. 50? Like 15 years ago. Sheep have parasites, can't have copper and eat grass. Wait. Have more parasites. Yes. Oh, and they can't have copper. Whoa.
Oh, okay.
We got 2 Pyrenees this way. By faith, great works. Worked great. Answer to prayer. Wow, that's nice. I hope you guys find a great person or couple to partner with. Yes. Anybody want to come, just open up your hearts and come and be with us. I'm trying to get to the end here because we're going long. I would have said yes if I had room. I have new goats, and we have 4 Nigerian dwarfs. Yeah, and Rose has 21 goats. So, are we still having help come in and live on the property?
I think we don't.
That's what we just talked about. We'll go into that a little bit more. Not doing what it is we talk. That's why we've never brought it up again. An older person who can relate prayers to you. Yes, this person is.
Yep.
69 people watching. Whoa.
Wow.
Oh, Bernice, hi. Bernice, I'm just telling you, she wrote me the most beautiful comment. I'm making a video around your comment. It was so gorgeous. Thank you. Let's see. Oh, my head stones. It's going to say, I told you I was sick.
What's that?
I told you I was sick. We sold 5 of our beefers in a couple of days ago. Yes, avoid burnout.
Yep.
And hello, Wilma. Good evening. You'll learn all about them like everything else. You will have land in your that lands in your lap. Yeah, you know, we want to build stalls in our barn because we do not know when a door is going to open and somebody's going to shove something through it. Are we retired? Jim works 6 hours a day from the computer working for our son. He comes and goes to the computer. Sometimes he puts those 6 hours in over 12, taking little snippets.
Retirement
sometimes.
hasn't worked really well for us.
Oh yeah, I wish in the same age group as you guys, and help is needed. Yeah. I have no number count on my goats. Oh my goodness, Katie. It makes my husband cringe, so I stopped counting. All right. I don't know what time it is. We are going to go ahead and say goodbye. We love you. What a wonderful conversation.
So we only talked about goats today.
I know. Well, we needed all the help we could get.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding.
We just talked to the person, and we're just going to, we don't have to worry about the outside ones. Nope, we'll just make a video about the rest.
Okay, so we'll do that.
Thank you so much. What a great conversation. We love you, and we will talk.
And we'll see how the cows go tomorrow. They're supposed to come tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
So if they do, you'll definitely see some video about them.
Not so worried about the cows.
No, they're easy.
Cows are easy. All right.
Until they get out.
Yeah. You want to turn that one off?
Okay.
Bye-bye.